Hi everybody, welcome to the next edition of Pure Pens TV. In the video today, we're not going to look at any pens, inks or notebooks. We thought we'd just give you a bit of a general information video about the company. So it's about our environmental practices, which I know a lot of people may find interesting. So a few years ago, the Welsh Government decided that they needed to improve the flood defences on the River Usk, which is just outside our office, outside the window there. Probably only about 10 metres away from our windows. It's not flooded in the time that we've been here, but there's been lots of unfortunate flooding around the country, so they decided they needed to shore up the defences on this very big river. The River Usk flows into the River Severn, and actually it's got the second highest tidal range, because it's a tidal river, anywhere in the whole world. So there's a massive range of about 15 metres of depth between low tide and high tide. So a lot of water goes down that river, so they started to build a flood defence. In our office, we therefore started a discussion about climate change and any differences that we've seen in our lifetimes, and it got us talking generally about environmental issues. So we decided to put in place some new measures in the company to sort of offset our own environmental impact. So one of the first things that we did is we went onto a website that calculates our carbon footprint as a company, and that takes into account travelling to pen shows, takes into account receiving deliveries from suppliers, some of which come from overseas, sending out deliveries to our customers, also buying in packaging. So we tried to take into account all of those things, worked out our carbon footprint, and then we decided that we would donate money each month to a charity. We picked the Woodland Trust in the UK. They plant trees and protect habitats for animals, and by planting trees it sort of reduces the amount of CO2 in the air. So we calculated the amount that we needed to donate to offset our carbon footprint twice over. So we started doing that a couple of years ago. What we also did then is start to look at the courier companies that we use to find couriers that offer services that are carbon neutral. The packaging that we were using, the sort of jiffy type envelopes, were already from a company that were carbon neutral. We looked at other options then that were also carbon neutral, so we pretty much exclusively buy now packaging which is carbon neutral to send our orders out to you, and by and large use courier companies that are also carbon neutral. I mentioned our suppliers then, so quite a few of our UK based suppliers use courier services that are carbon neutral. A lot of the big companies, DHL, FedEx, also offer carbon offsetting on their services, so we do that whenever we use them and try to encourage our suppliers to do the same. So our incoming deliveries are carbon neutral wherever they can be. The boxes that then get shipped to us with inks and pens and notebooks in, we try to then cut those up into usable strips of about this sort of size to wrap up then our outgoing ink orders to customers, which again we thought was another nice way of recycling things that have come into us and being a little bit more ecologically minded. I mentioned a little earlier on that the Welsh Government were the instigators of the flood defence scheme outside our office. In case you didn't know, we're in Wales. If you're not from the UK, Wales is a constituent country of the UK, relatively small. Our population is about 3 million. We've got a devolved government, so there's the Westminster government that's in charge of the whole of the UK, and then the government in Cardiff that looks after some of the Welsh issues. I'm quite pleased to say that Wales as a country has taken quite a lot of strides towards improving our national recycling, and as of last year, 2020, Wales was in either first or second place worldwide for the recycling rates. They set themselves a target as a country, so all the local authorities, of about 65% total recycling of waste. I did struggle this morning to find the figures for Germany. I know Germany and Wales are always right at the top of the list. The German figures seem to be about the same as Wales, so I guess Wales are either first or second worldwide for recycling. So we like to hope that we're doing our part to that effort as well. The waste that we do have to throw out that we can't recycle, as I said, the cardboard wrapped up around your orders, we use a company then that actively sorts all of the waste that we put in our bins, our wheelie bins, and they then go the extra step to just differentiate the bits that can be recycled and the bits that have to unfortunately go into landfill. So we've been doing that actually for about 5 or 6 years, using that company that do it as standard. So again, I hope you find that that's another active thing that we're doing to try and offset our footprint and make our environmental credentials a bit better. And the last thing that I wanted to mention today, if you follow us on our social media channels, you may have noticed that in the middle of last year we decided to have a beehive installed at our office here. So as I said, we're right next to the River Usk, so behind our office, between us and the River Usk, we've got a beehive. It's got a colony of 20,000 bees in it. Bees are vital for our ecosystem and for our food supply, so we thought that that would be a nice addition. I'm not sure there's any other pen shops that have got beehives attached to them, but I'll stand to be corrected. So having the hive at the office has been really interesting for me to learn about bees. Also for the staff, it's quite a good well-being activity, and we've had the beekeepers come here to teach us about beekeeping, so that's been really interesting. Obviously one of the results of that is that the bees make honey, so we've been able to jar up quite a few quite a supply of honey, which we've actually got on the website offered for sale at the moment. So if to go with your pen you fancy some locally produced Welsh honey, we've got that available on the website now too. We'll put a link to that in the description below. As I mentioned earlier on, last year we put some images when we first had the beehive installed on our social channels, so if you don't follow us it would be worth doing so. We put information about new product releases from pens, inks and notebooks, and also some special offers. So please do feel free to follow us on there for updates. If you did enjoy this video and you like the look of what we do here, please do give us the thumbs up to subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to press the bell notification to be updated when we do upload a video like this. We're going to try and be a bit more proactive with our video uploads in 2021. 2020 was a difficult year for everybody. We were quite busy. We probably didn't have as much time as we have done before for videos, so we're going to try and improve on that. Thanks very much for watching. Take care everybody. See you again soon. So if you've enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit like and be sure to visit our channel and get notified when we post content just like this. We really do appreciate it.